It's your turn to be the game master. How do you keep all the lore, monsters, and treasures straight? Introducing the Beadle and Grimm's Game Master's Journal. Start by choosing your cover art, add text to remind you why you play, then plan your adventures with over 200 pages for character backstory, encounters, session logs, and more. When the campaign is over, you'll have a record of your character's bravery, cowardice, or both. Probably both.
Hopefully, we should all be here. Are we here? I think we are. Everyone's gone quiet. Everyone's like, Everyone was just chatting their head out of things, and then Randy's on mute.
I was gonna say those videos are so good. Like they just like wow you into being quiet, but I also had mute on, so
it lowers you into
ending
a
doom you were threatening with us before we went live. Might have done it as well.
What was that?
The impending doom.
The impending doom. It's fine. Doom. Didn't you watch the second episode, Steve? You'll be fine, I'm sure. Hi everyone, welcome. This is Band of Badgers. I'm Dave. These are my beautiful players, and we are playing Dragonlance. So we're going to go around the table. We quickly go through and let the players introduce themselves, and then we've got some announcements, and then we go straight into the game because we left on a massive cliffhanger in the previous episode, episode 2. This is episode 3. So we want to crack on. We want to spend as much time as we can getting on with things. So let's go around the table. Let's start with, well, I'll just do what I usually do. Randy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Hey everyone, I'm Randy Alvarenga. I am playing Lord Bakaris at Estide, and I'm super excited about, well, I guess I'm excited. My character is not excited about this development. Let's just say.
There we go.
Yeah. Pass it on.
All good. And let's see, Lauren.
Hello. Oh, my face isn't on the big screen yet. Here we are.
There we go.
Excellent. I'm back. I am playing Shilling, a little elven rogue, and yes, she is a little bit. I won't say panicked. She doesn't get panicked, but she knows the chips are down this one. So she's plotting her first move already. And yeah, I'm currently in a lovely little beach hut by the beach, so I'm fine. The weather's good. It's bank holiday weekend.
Cool. Good. Let's see if this works differently. Ian, there we go.
There he is.
Hi, I'm Ian, and I'm terrified of latency tonight.
A justified fear.
It's a pain all week. I have been trying to fix the issue, and I haven't. That's me.
That's it. Where can people find you?
Oh, here, pulling my hair out.
There you go. I'll put it up for you. There you go.
I couldn't find the button.
That's fine.
That was on me. I missed it.
In the glitch zone.
You can see this is a polished thing.
I make dice, and if you like,
you're off.
You
Your latency are done. You're done. You've missed it. Josh, how you doing?
Josh McGuire, playing Grom. You can find me here on the Badgers as well as the McGuire Review.
Fantastic. There he goes. Oh. Well, next one. Jeff, how you doing?
Hello, I'm Jeff, and I am Flynn Hawkins, pirate and all-round scoundrel. And I am on social media, though not very active. But instead of you coming to find me for Badger Facts, I've bought you one this week. Now, everybody knows that badgers live in a set. But did you know that the group of badgers that live in a set are called a clan? And there we go.
There we go. I did actually just think it was a badger set. That's why it was called set.
That's their house, but their actual group name is clan.
Okay. Yeah, very cool.
So it should be called Clan of Badgers. There we go.
Bandit. Oh, we're all in different positions as well. Look, we've got to mix these up as well.
Oh, we're all mixed up now.
All mixed up.
Dave's been at the rum again.
Do-do-do. And Do-do-do.
Do-do-do.
There we go.
So I'm not my own
All in
now.
our-
That's good.
Right, remind me, Steve, we won't do that ever again.
Yeah, I've written it down.
So, are we ready to play?
Yes.
Ready.
No one's moaning that I haven't introduced Steve at this time, so we're just going to crack on.
Steve.
I think we should just get on with it. At the end, in 10 minutes' time, I might not be here anymore.
I was going to say, Steve, it's also there's a different way you can say it. So, Steve, who are you, and why can't people find you?
I'm Steve. I am Badger VP, Dave's left hand, Dave's number 2, and representing every downtrodden sidekick in history. I am the Penfold to Dave's Danger Mouse,
Hey!
the Stan to his Ollie, and the Bob Hope to his Fred Astaire.
Yeah.
And you can't find me because
You're also one of the Ronnies, Steve. One of the Ronnies. Don't put yourself down.
Ronnies will come in future, yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
And not Ronnie and Reggie, the 2 Ronnies, obviously. Baldrick was last week, Sean.
Morty to Dave's Rick.
Exactly, yeah. I think so. So, are we ready to crack on? We've got a big fight to do.
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
Okay.
Yep. Let's do it.
Just put the map up and
he's ready to go. Look, he's ready to go. Where is he on the? Okay, yeah, he's fourth on initiative order. Let's find out. Anyway,
I'm in the pocket and not going first.
We're gonna roll VT. I'll see you in a second.
That gets better every time.
It does. It does. And it'll make more sense after a while as well. So that's good.
I've suddenly realised something.
Yep.
If he kills us off, he's got to redo the video.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. There's plans amongst plans. Yeah. After all that, I didn't do announcements. But we'll get back to it next time. So just keep your eyes open for Beetle and Grim stuff. In fact, I know what I can do is we can throw up this one. There you go, Beetle and Grims. That's what you want to see. Beetle and Grims. And Beetle and Grims are responsible for some fantastic box sets, including the one we're playing right now, which is the Dragonlance Steel Edition. You can pick that up at beetleandgrims.com, which is fantastic. There's also, where have I put it? I put it somewhere, Steve. I put it somewhere. There is also, as we saw in the trailers, we have the Game Master's Game Journal, which is lovely. I've got some details in there to put in. And arrived today is this little thing. It's still wrapped. Haven't even opened it yet. Is this lovely little piece. This is the keys from the vault, Beetle and Grimm's DM Vault. So stick around on our YouTube channel. Do like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you'll see us unbox it. And you can have a chat with us while we do it. Right, anyway. Let's get back down to the game. Right, so. Last episode, you were doing the reenactment for the Battle of a High Hill for the village of Loga during their Kingfisher celebrations. Wonderful celebration it was. After a funeral the day before of Ispin Greenshield, you enjoyed the day eating food, drinking drink, and generally getting into lots of parties and games before you all took part in this reenactment of the battle. The cheers went off. Both teams shouted abuse at each other. This is literally blue versus red. And as one army, the militia of Vogler, which is what you're supporting, ran down the hill, the Istarian mercenaries ran up the hill and you clashed. Boom! Great big scene of bodies going everywhere. And then, George, you realise that something had splashed across your face, and as you wiped it off, you realised it was blood. And you see that some of these mercenaries you're facing were using real swords. They weren't using the wooden swords and shields as provided, but they had disguised them, and as they pulled off the sheaths, they were using cold steel. Now we're going to start, because we rolled initiative, we're going to start with Shilling.
Oh, okay, right. So Shilling at the moment is crouched behind the wall, but she has no weaponry on her apart from a broken flag.
Yeah.
So she sees the cart towards either her left or right, depending on where she's facing. And so she wants to check it, potentially if there's like, I don't know, screwdriver in there, some sort of tool she could use as like a makeshift weapon, I suppose.
You're gonna McGuire this. You're gonna MacGyver this.
Try to. So she's got a bonus action dash to the cart, get into the cart, if this is permitted, and have a little rummage around. That might be too much, but...
No, go for it.
Cool, so I'll move her over. So, boop, 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 pops into the cart, and it's currently searching for whatever she can as an improvised
So this was
weapon.
the cart that was full of barrels of beer
Yes.
and wines and stacks of food. Some of it has already started to leak due to damage, but do just a quick investigation.
Investigation. 12.
Okay, you don't find much. You do manage to find a small DIY kind of carry case made out of wood.
Okay.
There's not much tools in there, but you do find, I'm going to say it's a small nail hammer.
Okay, that'll do. It's better than nothing.
Remember, you still have flags.
And I have my pokey stick flag, yeah.
You do indeed.
Okay, so small nail hammer and a flag. Excellent.
Okay.
I think that's me for now, just sitting in the cart, waiting for it all to blow over.
Next up is Bakaris, followed by Hawk.
Oh, okay. So, what exactly have I seen of what's happening? Like, are people?
You've seen everyone on either side. So wherever you see these kind of things that look like flames, that's the crowd. So at your point, when you saw the crowd, they're all cheering, giving it large. And when the cry to attack went up, George has just leapt out in front of you, followed by Hawk. You kind of took a step forward, then you didn't. But you were the leader. You were at the front of the pack for all your militia. And I haven't put all the militia on there as well.
Right.
It's just far too many tokens. But you can see that as they clash, there are at least 3, maybe 4 mercenaries heading in your way. They lock eyes with you. They go, "Whoa!" Some of them are smiling. Some of them look like they're actually like, "Whoa!" They mean what they're doing.
Yeah. And do I see any blood, like actual blood?
No.
No. I guess. But so Bakaris isn't the most bright person here, right? I don't think he's realized fully what's happened yet. So I think he looks questioningly at the 2 guards or the 2 mercenaries or however many are like running towards him sort of seriously.
Yeah.
But he's starting to get this feeling that this isn't what he signed up for. I think he's going to lean over and go, "What's going on?" to some of the guys to his right and left, who probably some are probably just as confused as he is from where they are.
Well, the militia around you are perfectly fine. They're like, "Yay!"
Yeah.
You got big grins on their faces. We're gonna win. We're gonna show them. Darrett is directly behind you. Remember Darrett?
Right.
You've seen Grom disappear behind a wall somewhere.
if that's the case, I am probably going to stay where I am. I hesitate to run towards the ones that are specifically menacingly looking at me. That's a little bit terrifying. Maybe I'll find a nicer looking one to sort of very cautiously move towards. So I guess like maybe this one to the right of where my token is, like maybe here. Sorry. Here.
Yeah, you can see. So he runs towards you. He's like, ah! But he's got a big smile on his face. You can see that his sword is made of wood. But he's got there's definitely a glimmer in his eye.
All right. In that case, he says something like, "It was always meant that you would fall," and he, plays the game, right? Like that. That's what he's gonna try to do. He's gonna fake attack this guy.
Okay, go for it. You've still got to, even with a wooden sword, you've still got to hit them.
I have a 15 on the die. What do I add to that?
That's fine. You're just basically using a club, a wooden club. Okay. That's fine. You hit him. He goes, "Oh!" and makes a whole kind of big flourish. "Oh!" And he kind of looks at you like a big wink, and he's like, "Oh!" and he kind of falls down onto his back, and he's got he's got your wooden sword kind of tucked under his arm, sticking out of him. It's like, "Ugh, ugh."
And I guess he looks around for the crowd to like cheer him on, but no one does.
No one does. But as you look at the crowd, do a perception check for me.
Oh, because this is when he realized. I got a 1.
I got a 1. You see nothing. You just see people like they're in slow motion. All you see around you is adoration.
Oh,
people, no matter what, people are cheering for you. You're like, I took him down. They loved it. This is fantastic.
Nice. Okay.
You're at the top of the hill, but you're also at the top of the world. Look at that.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay, Hawk.
Right. Have I actually seen anything yet to arouse suspicion? Because I know that you said, yeah. 12 on the dice plus 3, so 15. 15.
I would say that. So the group of mercenaries running up towards the hill. You see George has leapt in. Remember, he did this kind of almighty. He's running down the hills. Yep. He's leapt off. And he just jumped down into the. You see him disappear. Vroom. And we've seen this in films where the camera's side on, and you see just two armies clash, and they don't just stop; they just keep on going, and all you see is boom, 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 and he's gone. He's disappeared in the crowd. You see kind of what Bakaris saw. You see a group of men and women running towards you. Some are clearly enjoying this, big smiles on their faces. Some are laughing, it's like wow. And there's 2 or 3 who kind of really quite threatening. Now, whether they're playing the part really well, you're not sure.
Okay, are any of those ones near me?
Yes, I'll say there's a. Let's see if I can make it easy for you. Let's pick one, and I'll make
colorization.
There we go. I'll make these 2 red, just so you can see that these 2 look a little bit more threatening.
Nice one. Right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to double time it towards them 2, and I'm going to actually body leap into them both.
Yeah, nice.
Like sideways, sort of thing, to knock them both down. If I can, that is. What would you like as a roll?
Do it as a strength check or grapple, that kind of thing.
Or an athletics.
You can throw yourself, yeah. You're running downhill as well, so I'll give you advantage on it.
Oh, nice. Right, okay. Oh, it's a 16 on the first roll.
Yep.
And a 4 on the next one. So I'll take the 16 plus 6. 22?
No problem. You fly through the air. This is a proper wrestling move. As you bodily slam into these 2 combatants. They're wearing full armor as well, so they are you hit with some impact. You knock him to the ground. Actually, I'll contest the strength. That's no. I've got a 9 and a 10. So both of those fail. You flatten them onto the ground, but as you're scrabbling around, you do realise that they have swords.
Oh, so that as the fake wood sort of like slid off, or
yep, or wasn't on there to begin with. These swords look real.
Okay, so
and against the rules.
So what I'll do is I'll move my counter over there because I've like slammed into them. But then what I'd like to do is if they're sort of on the floor, just as because I'm not going to get an attack on this one because that's technically what I've just done by running and leaping into them is move and attack. So what I'd like to do is kind of roll off to the side, sort of like there, roll off of them, if that's okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
And then I'll just stand up, and then I assume that's all I can do for this round because that was quite a lot. Good. Cool.
Okay, next up is Yorgi. Yorg, followed by me.
Hello. Right, so I've felt some blood splash across my face, looked over, seen a few of these guys have actual swords. Can you show me one of the ones that's got an actual sword surrounding me?
From the power of highlighting.
There you go.
Okay. So I will turn towards him and I will shout to the rest of my team and everyone else that's on the battlefield, treachery, treachery, assassins on the field, they've got real swords, and I'll sort of gesture in his general direction. And then I am going to swing the club that I'm wielding, shield up, ready to defend against an attack that I'm pretty sure is going to be coming my way in a second. And I swing my wooden club straight in his head. And I would like to use my precise strike ability to give myself advantage to this attack.
Nice. Go for
it. Which, that's a 13 in total.
13 hits.
So that's a D4 and D8. That is 10 points of damage.
Ooh, okay, he's down.
He's down.
You crack his skull, and the helmet comes flying off, and he's down.
Right, now can I see any others in the immediate vicinity that have swords? Right, I will immediately look to that one and say, you've seen what I can do with a wooden club. And I'll reach down and I'll pick up the one that I've downed sword and stand up, look him square in the eyes and say, surrender now and face justice, or I'll show you what I can do with a real weapon.
Okay. He as it's my go now, he looks back at you and just smiles. You see, as he smiles, his teeth are all rotten. Yeah. And he just leers back at you. But he is going to swing.
Okay.
It's an 18, so that's going to hit you. So that's 4 points of damage. He twacks you back. So you two are sparring with your swords. He manages to get a good lucky hit in. Hawk. Those two are going to move in to attack you. Both of them move, not exactly military style, but they're practiced, they're trained. They work as a team before. We rolled a 1.
Oh, one of them's back on the floor.
So the one at the back, while trying to get in greedily, I'm going to say that this one, the one directly in front of you, he kind of looks and see what's going on. He realizes they're carrying real weapons, and he doesn't. He has a wooden sword. He's like, "Oi, what you doing?" And he goes in for the attack and knocks this guy out of the way.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to say that he gets pushed over here, and he pushes out, and then they start fighting.
Yep. Awesome. Okay. I'm glad there's some people on our side.
The other guy got a 14, that's a 17.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. Okay, that's 4 points of damage. Again, he manages to move in close enough, manages to strike a hit against you.
Yep, cool.
He's going for body blows as well. They're not being fancy. They want to take you down as quick as they can. They're not going for headshots or anything.
Ah, you scabbard. I'm going to get you.
Okay. Bakaris. You see this guy, he scoots up the wall by the side of it and moves in. And goes to attack you. That's a 19. That's going to be a hit. So he manages, as this guy, yeah, go on.
Silvery Barbs. I'm going to force him to take a reroll. He has to take that. Lord Bakaris, you have advantage on your next attack.
Oh.
Yes.
So I have to reroll mine.
You have to re-roll and you have to take that result. As you watch, as like Fizwiz starts to see the chaos, he's like, no, and his hands just go out, and like the silver doesn't come from the wand, it comes from his hands, and it just like goes out, and you watch as it like grabs the real sword and just like makes it whiff to the side, and then that effervescent silver light goes and like circles around your sword, Lord Bakaris.
Nice.
So you saw that guy kind of scoot around the guy who's on the floor. With a wooden sword in his arm, holding it. So you were fine. That's why you were distracted. You see this guy, suddenly his sword flies off. So this time he pulls out a dagger and goes for the attack. It's a 9. It's a miss, but it's a real dagger.
Yeah. Okay. Bakaris is terrified. Probably falls on the ground behind him. But yes.
Shilling.
Oh, there we go.
You see these two guys. These two guys run up to the wagon. One of them starts to climb up the front. One of them tries to get from the side. He starts swinging the sword. It's a wooden sword around at you.
Okay. So I'm going to shout.
He's going to roll to hit.
Okay.
That is a nat 20.
Oh.
Why me?
That is 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the other guy starts to climb up. That's fine. He gets some footing. He's up onto the wagon. And he's moving forward. However, this one...
So the first one was a wooden sword, did you say?
It was a wooden sword, but he's still looking angry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one is looking up. He's got a spear. So he starts to stand up on top of the wagon.
Okay.
And he raises his spear, but you see there's no kind of cork on the bottom of it.
Right.
There's no cork bung. It's a real spear. He raises it high and rolls a 19.
Oh, okay. At least it's not that 20. It's fine.
Yeah. That's another 4 points of damage.
Well, that's interesting. Okay. So Shilling is very beaten back. She's slumped against the barrels. Kind of disorientated. Not sure what to do, but it's fine.
This may have changed things.
Yeah. She's only ill. She's only ill.
Did we handle you?
I don't think Grom has gone yet. Yeah.
No, I'm Jorg. Did I
Yes.
attack you?
Yes, you did 4 points of damage.
Cool. That's fine. Okay, then we move on. Grom, followed by Fizwiz.
Okay. From my vantage point back here behind this wall, I assume at this point I understand, like, stuff is going on. This is no fun and games anymore.
Do a perception check for me.
Okay.
Would you have heard me shout?
Well, that was
what
going to be
we
my first question, but I'm kind of far away, so... All right, perception. That is going to be... it's not great. That's an 8.
No, you certainly don't hear Jorg.
Okay.
Yorkie.
I don't hear Yorg in the jungle. Scream out.
However,
Okay.
I will say that from your vantage point, you can see two things. One, you can see the two guys advancing on Shilling and the wagon. And you can also see the kind of the mercenaries almost getting close to Bakaris.
Okay, but I can't see Shilling like get hit or go down or anything, right? I just see those two move in towards her.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If that's what Okay. All right, that's my understanding of the environment right now. I'm just gonna be still in the kind of playful zone and kind of look down and, all right, Mishko, let's have some fun. And I'm gonna hit, just to continue to kind of give everybody sort of an advantage.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit a fairy fire right behind Jorg. Goes 20-foot cube, so I'm going to get pretty much all of them except for the 13 that's over there, right past the bend of that wall.
Yep.
Which will then give everybody advantage on all of those.
Okay.
Very nice.
And that's it. I'm going to stay right where I'm at because I still think.
What happens when you cast it? Are you kind of keeping it? Is it something people visually can see, or is it just something that you've prayed for and it's happened?
So behind the wall, I've kind of like if you were behind the wall, you would essentially see sort of these like colored lights come like out of my hands and my chest, and then just sort of wither. But when it hits everybody, I mean, there will be some form of a visual effect where there'll be like a little bit of a cloud of kind of like sparkly dust that will be around each person. So,
Okay.
So visually, for everybody seeing this, it will kind of be like, whoa, what's going on? Like, what's on me? Like, they are going to kind of glow a little bit.
Nice. Okay. Fizzwiz, you see that, by the way.
Yeah, and I think with that, there is definitely, so he sees that, but also obviously from his point saw the sword coming for Bakaris. He's like, Grom, they've got real swords, Grom! And shouts for that. Then I think from here, I will say, I'm assuming I can see the one that is attacking Shilling.
Yep.
Cool. I'm going to launch a magic missile, please, that way.
Okay, yeah.
And then, so I'll start rolling those up. The first one's going to be the one with the real sword. So we have...
The one on top of the wagon is the one you can definitely see because he's holding up a spear and he was... manages to get it. The other one is kind of mostly protected by the wagon.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go for him first. So the first one is a 4 damage.
Okay.
Still up?
Yep.
Second missile, 2 damage.
Still standing.
Yeah, third missile then, 3 damage.
Still standing.
Yeah. Then I'll be like, Shilling, look out!
I was like,
So you, Shilling, from your vantage point, you see these 3 missiles. The guy looks very, very battered. He starts to kind of sag. He almost drops the spear, but he drops down to 1 leg. But he's still alive.
His mate's still there, I think. So.
Okay. So that takes us to the end of the first round. It is top of the round.
Okay. Is it Shilling?
It will be Shilling. I'm just kind of having a look.
Shilling's broken.
Fizzwiz, Grom, and Bakaris. Can you all do a perception check for me?
Yep.
12 for Shilling.
Can I also say that I moved during that to just behind Shilling on the cart there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Thank you.
17.
Well, that's in that 20 for a 23.
Nice.
Okay.
13 for me.
14 for Grom.
13 for Grom.
13. Shilling.
12.
Oh, I'm sorry. 14. Yeah, 14 for Grom.
Okay. Shilling, you don't hear this, but then again, you're quite preoccupied anyway. Fizz, Grom, and Bakaris, you all hear from way back behind you, Becklin and Cudgel are at the top of the very map. They are shouting to retreat. So
to us or to
everyone on the map. What you hear and see is the crowd panic. From cheers that happened in those first few seconds are now screams of terror as other mercenaries appear and start hacking the people in the crowd. Men, women, children. They start hacking away. And it's not just at the front. It's not just this batch who were running up the hill. They've come from all directions, all sides. But only you four have heard the call for retreat. Mm-hmm. So, we're back into rounds. We're going to go Shilling.
Cool. Right. I imagine Shilling doesn't know Fizzwiz is behind her at this point. She's still kind of disorientated after being beaten up. So, as they were striking her, she's moved backwards. And she's got a bonus action disengage by effectively rolling out of the cart with the blows as they hit her. So then she's going to move back, I think as far as the movement can take her, so that's 30 feet, just basically holding her side and sort of hobbling back face down. She wants to get as close to the tree as possible, so 30 feet towards the tree.
Go for it. You can move.
Oh, cool. I can move. So, rolled out, so that's 5. Can I go diagonal? 10.
Yeah, that's
15,
fine.
20, 25, 30. So she's there. And I think that's about it for now.
Okay. Bakaris.
All right. I just almost got attacked for real, and
this guy is standing next to you, and he's readying his dagger. He's flipped it from one hand to the other hand, and he's coming in for attack.
Yeah. Bakaris is so he's going to attack to knock the guy over, not to like necessarily kill him or anything. He realizes he's holding a wooden sword and he's scared. But yeah, it's more to just get this guy out of his way first. So let's see. I have advantage on that, you said, right?
Yeah.
So he looks down at his sword. It's glowing. Thank you. I rolled a 4 the first time and a 17 the second time. So
17 hits.
Yes, so thank you very much. I don't know, does that do any damage at all?
So it's a club, which I think is a D6.
A D6, okay.
It's a D4.
Oh, D4.
Oh, D4? Sorry.
D4 plus strength.
Oh, okay. D4. Where's my D4? Oh, here it is. 4 plus, what's my strength? 3. 7 damage.
Okay, well done.
Yeah, it's really all Fizzwiz because I would have rolled a 4. So you see Bakar sort of uneasy, look down at his glowing wooden sword, and he goes, "Oh, bollocks this!" And he throws it at the guy's head. And he looks at the 2 mercenaries sort of right there in front of him who aren't holding real weapons. He goes, "Bloody hells, what are you doing? Retreat," they said. "Retreat! Let's get out of here before they get us all!" And he is going to begin retreating.
What I'm going to do on the map, I'm going to mark them up as friendlies. They listen to you. They've heard all the screams. They've heard for the call to retreat. They're looking around. And these ones are trained mercenaries. The militia, the Vogler militia, they're not military trained or anything. So they are still looking to you to lead them.
Okay.
Hawk, you're up next.
Would I be able to move at all from that?
Yeah, go for it.
Which way would the retreat be? Up or right, probably?
Well, you know that Becklin and Mayor Raven are in the top right. Or for you, it'd be back left.
Yeah, then I'm going to head that way.
Exit stage left.
Yeah.
Yep. So you hop over the wall, that's fine.
Yeah. It's not the most graceful way of mounting that wall, by the way. It is a man, like, fearing for his life. Like, it's very frantic. Yeah.
Okay, we got Hawk followed by Hjorg.
So, of course, because of the timeline of fighting in D&D, I shout back to Jorg, "You don't say!" And then I am going to attempt to club the one in front of me with the wooden sword. And did we get advantage because of Fizz, did you say?
From Grom's very far, yeah.
Yeah, from Grom's very far. That's lucky because that was a 3. And that is 16 plus 22. It's 22 again. Bloody hell. Fixed dice. So that's 1d4 plus 4. And that is a 4. So that's 8 points of damage.
Nice. Oh, nice. Well done. He's still standing.
I will shout to any friendlies that are near me. Watch yourself! They've got real swords and everybody's getting killed. I suggest we run. And then I will disengage as a bonus action, isn't it? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will disengage and leg it.
If you want to leave the battlefield, you can enter the fire. You don't have to go right to the top where Becklin is. You can go into the fire, but once you enter the fire, you can't come back.
No, that's okay then. What I'll do instead is I'm just going to move slightly, not even away from him. I'm going to move round that side of him there.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've got any bonus actions to use. No, I won't use that yet. Got something in reserve. And I'll say, scum!
Okay. He doesn't take the insult well. He's gonna get you. Jorg. No, Jorg.
Yes. So I look him square in the eyes. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
I was going to say, you look him square in the eyes, but what captures your attention the most is that behind them, far, far away, you see the sky. And the sky turns dark with a volley of arrows. And they are coming down on you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All of us, or
it's centered on Jorg and in that area.
Okay.
It would affect a certain group. Can you make a dexterity? It will do what you ever want to do, but also a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Right. Well, so is it my go now? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So what I would like to do, look him square in the eyes, and say, "I've been told I have to work on my dramatic pauses. You chose poorly." And then I'll roll my attack. The sword that I've picked up, is it a short sword or a long sword?
It's a short sword.
Short sword, okay. That is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
And that will be 11 points of damage.
Oh, he goes down straight away. He's dead.
Oh, he doesn't.
Oh.
I'm going to open the shield and thrust forward, stabbing him in the head.
Yeah.
I'd then like to put my shield up on his belly and use him for cover as I crouch down as a volley of arrows comes towards me.
Nice.
And then I will shout to everyone around me, "Take cover, arrows in flight." Do you want me to make the dexterity saving throw?
Yes, please.
With advantage or flat?
Well, actually, you don't need to because of what you've done. So you basically got 2 shields. So it says, regardless of who they are, good guys or bad guys, because some of you don't know.
They've all got
They all get
devices.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Ooh.
Oh,
They all
nice.
get hit with the arrows.
Blimey.
So once
That's a
the
big
arrows have
area.
landed, that is a big area. Once the arrows have landed and the scene in front of me is now just one of dead bodies, I'd like to move.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 25. So that should put me next to the guy that was attacking
That's good.
Bakaris.
Yeah.
And I would just like to use my action surge, and I'm just gonna swipe at him with the sword.
Okay.
It's a 20, 30, 20.
That hits.
And that is 7 points of damage.
He's dead.
Okay. And then I'll just shout from where I am now. Everyone, there must be something down the hill. There's arrows coming in flight. There's an invading army. There's something down the bottom of the hill. It's not just the few mercenaries we have here. Because obviously I haven't heard Becklin's statement from the last round. Okay, and that's my go over.
Okay, now it's my turn. My turn followed by Grom. So you see the friendlies near George. I can never get his name right. They start fighting. They start getting back into the fray and start surrounding the ones that you know. Only the ones that you know are fighting. But then off to the side.
Fuck.
You hear someone step out from this. So all that where it says fire, that's not fire. It says a big fray.
What is that?
You see
A gremlin.
someone. He's massive. He's a head taller than everyone else. He's a hulking figure, swinging what looks to be a very formidable battle axe.
Oh my god!
Struts onto the battlefield.
And I've got a tiny nail hammer. Get its eyes. Just climb up it.
And he's basically leading a band of mercenaries through all the chaos. He cuts through some members of the Voga militia as he draws closer, and he just screams out, "He's like, look here, lads. We got one who still thinks this is a game." And he holds his axe up and he points it at Darrett. And he starts marching towards him. Right, that is my turn. Grom, then followed by Fizzwiz, please.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to look down the battlefield and see that most people are retreating, and I'll yell out, "Hawk, get out of there!" And seeing where he's positioned was still quite a few people around him, and then now between us and him, we've got this other pack, right?
Yes.
Here's
a better look at him. There you go.
At the same time, I'm going to whip. At the same time, I'm going to whip around and look at Schilling. Are you okay?
No, I'm alive though.
But
I'm surviving, just surviving.
Yeah, I see that at least you're kind of out of the zone of combat,
She
right?
got herself out of it.
So I'll nervously look. I kind of nervously look back, fearing for kind of where Hawk is, and I'll slap my hands together like this, and you'll see me do this like little like finger thing, and I'll just say, "By light protection," and you'll just see this orb that will almost, you can't really see it. It's very fast, like blink of an eye. This blue orb will like go out and just around Hawk, and I'll hit him with Shield of Faith.
Nice.
What bloody hell was that?
And that's going to grant you +2 bonus to AC for the duration, probably of this battle.
Nice.
And that is a bonus action. So for my actual action, let's see. Where are those? Is that pack still there, or have they moved closer towards Darrett yet?
They're walking towards Darrett. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look at that pack, and just I'll take my fist and just kind of like I'll go like this, and you won't really see anything other than essentially it appears that pack sort of makes kind of a wince, and I'll hit them with Bane.
Ooh.
And up to 3 of them. So the first 3 there in the line.
Okay.
They had to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, that's not good. I'll check me.
Nice.
I'll check me charisma. I'll do him first. I'll do the big guy first. He's pulled it off. He got a 19.
Yep, that's good.
The others is a 9 and an 8.
Okay, so 2 of them fail.
Okay, so that's the 2 guys over here. So what happens to them?
Okay, if they fails a saving throw an attack, whenever a target that fails a saving throw makes an attack roll or a saving throw, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack or saving throw. So whenever you attack, you got to roll a d4 and subtract a d4 from it.
Okay.
Can I also use my reaction, please?
Go for it, yeah.
When I see that it seems to shake off this magic, I will use silvery barbs to force it to reroll.
Okay. So,
silvery barb.
Charisma check again. Here we go. And I got a nat 1.
Well played,
and then
Biz.
that was
Well
awesome.
played.
That was awesome.
That was
That
clutch.
silver, holds it in place for a second, stops its mouth from moving as it goes to grunt. The silver that remains coming off me is actually going to channel around myself, and I'm going to have advantage on the next attack roll or saving throw or ability check.
Nice. Well done.
That was savage.
That was.
Good move. I tell you what, that's advantage. I love that. Inspiration, not advantage. Inspiration, well done.
Yay! Thanks.
Yep. Well earned.
I like that. Well thought out. Okay. Where that was Grom. That was Fizzwiz. That was your reaction. Grom, have you finished? Fizzwiz, you can now take your turn.
Well, I have finished, and I'm going to move back up next to Ch01 right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Right. So, I don't have my quarterstaff on me, do I?
No.
Okay, cool. Right. I reckon then 5, 10, 15, 20. No, sorry, at the 15 mark. Would you say that I have line of sight on the big boy there?
I think so, yeah.
Cool. So at the 5, 10, 15, he's like, oh, we've got to run! Run! But he pulls a ball bearing out from his satchel beside him, and he's like, I've never done this without the staff. And he basically pulls up some silver strands again from the wand, throws them into the air in front of him. They form a net, and he puts the ball bearing through it and then starts pulling back on it, hoping that the catapult works. I need I believe it's a dexterity saving throw. Can you minus a d4 off that when you roll it, please?
Wow.
I love this catapult.
Okay, I've got a natural 1 again.
Oh my god.
Cool. I will start rolling up some damage then. So it's going to take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, blimey.
Jesus.
And this is to the big guy.
So, yep. That's a 6 plus an 8. So that's 14 so far. plus a 7.
Yep.
So that is 21.
21. Yeah.
Oh,
Points of bludgeoning damage.
he takes the hit like a trooper. He's still standing.
Okay.
Cool. And then I'm going to keep running my final 10 feet to get to my 25. Probably in the middle there. As I run up to this bit, obviously I've heard Beckling shouting retreat. Obviously I've seen that the militia down at the bottom that are played by Cudgel's men and women are the ones that are turning. How does Cudgel look in this moment? Can I roll an insight check to see if she looks like she's about to betray people?
You can see. So Cudgel, Raven, and Becklin are fighting. They're all fighting her mercenaries. So she is fighting them. She's not fighting Becklin or Raven. They're all in a fight for their lives. They're winning, which is the good news. But Becklin is a highly trained knight. Cudgel is a highly trained mercenary officer. Raven is the VIP you have to protect.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's fine. As long as I don't think that she is going to turn on anyone or turn sideways and stab somebody, then that's fine.
Cool. No, she appears to be fighting her own people. Okay. Chop it around. You see that a number of the people down the bottom have, again, for whatever reason, good or bad, they are dying on the battlefield. And then, everyone, you all see this. Again, from the bottom of the map, from where those arrows came out, you see what appears to be a low-flying dragon in the distance. It's hovering just treetop level as it comes down. It's then you see that's just the lead. Then you see one on the left. There's one on the right. And these aren't dragons. These are called dragonels. Dragonels. They're about twice the size of a horse with a long neck and a long tail. And they put armor on them. Each dragonel has a rider with a lance. And they're all low level. And they come directly over the battlefield. You see the underbelly of each dragon as it passes over you. And they go off in the distance way past Becklin. And they obviously go to land. One of them lands, the other two keep circling around. They are not here yet.
But you said one of them landed.
One of them landed. What you see, what they look like is this. There you go.
Okay.
That's filthy. They're not allowed those.
well, obviously they're going to be on our side.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. Hope so.
Sorry, me and Grum speak
Well.
dragon, so it's cool. We're birds.
Is that from the Bailey Grimm's box that are?
That is not from the artwork from Bailey Grimm's. Right. So, next up, top of the round, Shilin and Bakaris. So you've heard the call for retreat. You can see Becklin, Raven, and Cudgel fighting. You can see the big guy who's taken a load of damage, but is still standing.
Okay. So Shillian is frantically looking left to right, doesn't know what to do.
You can see that most of your militia, the Vogler militia, have now been downed.
Okay.
There's only there's very, very few left. You can see that Becklin, Cudgel, and Raven are starting to fight off the people who are attacking them.
Yeah.
But also they're trying to get the public people, the civilians. They're trying to round them up and get them to safety.
Okay. Have I seen the dragons yet?
They flew right over your head. Yeah.
Okay, so flew over my head. So based on that, I was trying to work out what she'd do. So she's definitely seen them. So she is going to, I think, move towards. How tall is that tree?
Let's say 20 foot.
20 foot. Okay. So she wants to climb to the top of the tree and kind of see what's going on to get like a bird's eye view, pun not intended. So she can potentially shout and maybe direct people towards where they need to go so they can avoid this oncoming enemy attack, let's say. So she wants to hopefully get in the tree, climb to the top, and maybe do a quick scan just to get her bearings.
Go for it.
And potentially shout out. So she's going to get in the tree, climb to the top. And do I do a perception check to get an idea of who's around
Where's
me?
athletics first?
Athletics
check to climb the tree.
11. Get halfway up.
I'll say halfway up, and then you can do a perception check if you like.
Okay. She's injured. She's been beaten up. Oh my god, 7. 7 perception. She sees nothing.
You can't see it. What you can see, you can see, again, it's not a dragon. It's not like an adult dragon.
Okay.
This thing is about as big as a big van, a big truck. It holds one rider.
Okay.
I would say you can see the top of its head because it's kind of sitting down. The wings are out.
Okay.
You can see the top of its head, and in and around it, in the field beyond, you see various flags and pennants.
Okay.
And they're red flags with black circle symbols on them.
Okay. Would she recognize these?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, do a history check, and then I'll say no.
Right. History check. Where is my history? Oh, here it is. Oh, natural 20. 22.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. You know it's related to something. It's related to something religious.
Ah, okay. Okay, I'll probably shout down. Did you see those flags? It's something religious.
If you want, I'll let you do a religion check as well.
Okay, we're good. Oh, not bad. 19.
Okay.
No, the rolls are good.
So based on this, the bit that confounds you is that this shouldn't be seen.
Okay.
This is something that you haven't seen. You've only kind of heard about this from old stories.
Okay.
You believe, if this is correct, that the symbol represents Tachesis.
Okay.
I've got work to say this right. Which is the Dragon Queen.
Okay. So I'll shout down.
Tachesis is a god.
Oh wow. Okay, guys, they're kind of wearing the flag of the Dragon Queen. This is bad. Okay.
Who are you saying that to?
Whoever, I'm shouting it down, so whoever hopefully is nearby my perimeter of where I'm in the tree, I'm hoping they'll hear it. So maybe Grom.
You got Grom, Vicaris, and Dara.
Yeah, I'll just shout, and hopefully one of those three will pick it up. Just frantically, like wailing.
Okay. Vicaris, you're up, followed by Hawk.
Yeah, Bakaris is already terrified when he sees these dragonelle things fly overhead. Which direction above us are they?
They went from the bottom of the map to the top of the map.
All right, then
they're in like the next field.
East into that little fiery area.
You ran that way.
Yeah, but specifically, as he goes, whichever like militiamen he's been able to sort of drag along, he's sort of yelling for them to lead the way, to sort of clear the way so that they can get there safely. One of the men probably turns around and is like, but there's women and children. And he goes, do you want to lose your life too? Get us out of here. And I imagine Jorg hears that as he's going to move and use all of his movement to go east. and action.
Okay, nice.
Yep. So I'm going to
You can
move
move that.
60 squares or 60 feet. One.
Get in
So
the fire.
there. Yeah, I think that's as far as I can get.
Okay. Hawk, followed by Yorg.
Right, Hawk sees the devastation that's gone off around him with the arrows and then the massive draconic things flying over his head. And he says, "Ha! Typical day." And then he turns to the guy in front of him and he hits him with the club. Just across the head or something. So, D20. That is 12 plus some stuff. 12 plus 6. So 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
And he does 3 plus 4 damage. 7
And
damage.
he's down.
And
well done.
He will bend down, pick up the short sword that guy had.
Yep.
Then I will move to this location here, which I think, no, one more, was where another bad guy was that was red, wasn't it?
It was, but he's downed.
Yep. So I pick his sword up, and then I'll use, if I need to, I'll use my action surge ability to move to Yorg. But I think I've still got movement. So I'll use the action surge to pick up the second sword, short sword, and then move to Yorg. And I turn to him and say, "Well, this is better than I expected."
I am not averse to saying this has been a little bit enjoyable. But serious, Flynn. Serious face, Flynn.
Yeah, this is my serious face.
We are still in danger.
Yep. I'll follow your lead, mate.
Get the others
and that
to
is
safety.
the end of my turn. Yeah.
Okay, Yorg, that's with you.
So as I say, get the others to safety. I will move in front of Darrett and say to him as I do, my back to him, "Darrett, get to Becklin. Get to safety." All the while staring directly at this hulking brute in front of me that Fizz hit with the catapult. And I'll bang the sword.
See Darrett agree. He just nods.
Yeah.
He's not terrified, but he's certainly scared. And he jumps over the wall. Boom, boom, boom. He starts running towards Becklin. Good call.
So I will bang the sword, the short sword I picked up off the dead body on the shield, and I'll just shout at the creature. Now you face a real opponent. With that, I'll launch forwards at the creature, invoking my last Squire's Precise Strike ability to roll this attack with advantage. So that's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
And this will be... that is 18 points of damage.
Ooh.
How do you want to do it?
Nice.
I just want to slice him from stomach to throat, and then finish with a kick, the 300 kick, as I just finish all my momentum into that kick to his chest and pushing him back into the guy stood behind him. And then I'll just yell with this sort of visceral emotion at the rest of them, "Get out of here while you still have the chance."
Nice.
Very nice.
I will roll intimidation check. I have advantage on that because I have a bloody great big army behind me.
Yeah.
We've got 4. That's a natural 20. No, they've all passed. Okay, they don't move. They're not intimidated. It's more a case, maybe we don't want to fight you, but we ain't running, kind of thing. Right, mercenaries time. In which case, they all jump forward. So they all start to surround you. This one you just kicked off into the crowd. He's been picked up by somewhere else. This lot all start to fight below. He's holding these guys off. You can see as the battlefield starts to change, he jumps down off the cart. Right, so Bakaris, one is going to attack you. That's a 12.
1 second. That without armor, that hits. Yep.
Okay, that's 4 points of damage. He gets you with his spear.
Okay. Yep.
And Hawk, this one is going to go for you. That's a 17. That's.
I'm afraid that is a miss.
Oh yeah, because of that. Well done.
Because of
yeah,
the
bonus AC.
Yeah, because of the gracious Grom. Not that I knew that, but
a shield.
Right, so to make things easy, I do the ones who are attacking York. I'm just going to use the normal guys first. First one is a 14.
That's a hit.
Well, hang on.
And
they got
one is
Bane.
a miss. So
They've got some of them have got Bane.
The two on either side of him have Bane.
yeah. So I'm doing the uncolored ones first.
Okay.
Then I'll do the purple ones. So one hit, one missed. That's 4 points of damage.
Yep.
And then these ones have Bane, so it's disadvantage.
No,
on
it's
everything.
minus D4.
Minus 4.
Yeah, minus a D4 to whatever they roll.
On damage or attack?
Attack.
On attack.
Okay, I got a 16 minus 2.
That's still a hit.
That hits. That's number 4 points of damage.
Yeah.
Next up, that's a 10.
That's
I
a
think
miss.
that's a 9. So there you go, one extra hit. Grom, you're up, followed by Fizz.
Okay. I'm like watching them kind of pummel Jorg here. I'll yell up, Sheelan, get out of that tree! We got to get out of here!
She's just rocking back and forth after seeing the dragons, but she'll calm down eventually, I think.
Yeah, and then where is the dragon that has landed? Where is it located?
It's north of the field. It's not on this map. It's on.
Okay.
It's on a separate field.
Okay, I will. In seeing this, oh my gosh, foot. I will move out. I'm going to move out even further. So I'm going to move all the way over here.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to move up here. And even from that distance, I'll just point at the figure that's right above Jorg.
Yeah.
And I won't say anything. I'll just point, and then I'll just kind of squint, and all you will hear is this like boom, like a bell ringing throughout the air, and that's all you hear. Where I'll hit him with Toll of the Dead. And has that figure taken any damage? I believe so from the catapult,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I got a 4.
Okay, you fail. You take 1d12 of necrotic damage.
Okay, he's not going to survive that. So you see him start. Well, you don't see it, but George, this person on your right, you just see them start to wilt before your eyes.
Clearly, my words were too much for him.
That's good. Grom, anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Fizz, we're over to you.
Yeah. Does everybody look like they're now going to be running?
No, because I still haven't been told about the retreat order.
You can see Becklin is organising the people, the survivors, and she's getting whatever good mercenaries, people from the militia, whoever's alive, just like big people with sticks, trying to protect the civilians, getting them back to the village. You can see that she's just calling out to everyone to retreat.
Yeah. Okay. Fizzwiz is going to. He can see that Yorg isn't running and isn't responding. He's going to go 5, 10, and he's going to just shout, "Yorg, we've got to go, we've got to run!" And then he is going to, he will. Reaches down to the wand and he pulls off this like silver light that he holds at his fingertips, and it's just a tiny little speck of light, this silver moonlight. He just whispers into it, and it's a fly, and it flies off towards Yorg. And Yorg, as you're in combat, this like little tiny glowing firefly lands on the guy just south of you, and he is going to be hit with infestation. I need a Constitution saving throw, please. If he's still baned, he needs to minus a D4.
Oh,
yep.
What are you doing to me?
And he is.
Okay, so I got a 9 and a 2. So what's that? 7. It's a 7.
Cool. Yep. He is going to be infested. He's going to take a D6 of a poison damage. He's going to take 3 points of poison damage, and he has to move off in a random direction, which is a 4, which is west if he can. If he can't, he stays where he is.
Yeah. He just goes off into the fray and you never see him again. Boom, boom, boom. There you go.
He just runs into the fire.
Nice.
Again, just to be clear, it's not fire, it's just a big clash of people.
Yeah.
So remember, it's not just your fight. It's now erupted everywhere. So previously this was all civilians and crowd. Now it's a mess.
He just shouts that to York, and he's like, "Hog, let's go!" Turns to Darren and is like, "We gotta go!" And then he'll take the rest of his turn to move 5, 10, 15, and that's all I've got.
Okay, well done. Okay, top of the round. Becklin is getting as many people as she can in a big group. It's not that many. A lot of them have already left. And she turns around. She sees Fizzwiz, Dara, Bakaris, and she says, "We've got to go. This is it. The last chance." And Becklin, Raven, and Cudgel, and the survivors, they start to move out. They are going. I'm picking the wrong screen. There we go. So they've disappeared into the fray. So they're heading back to town.
She's leaving us.
Exactly.
Bye.
And I'm going to say that Dara.
You guys got this
as well.
Let's go. You got this. Bye.
Yeah, we're going. There we go. Right. Shillin, followed by Bakaris.
Okay, so Shillin is in the tree. She's freaking out. She's seen dragons flying the sigil of the Dragon Queen. She's seen everyone retreating. She's not used to retreating. She's used to being in control. So with that, she hears everyone telling her to get out of the tree. She puts her little small nail hammer thing in her mouth. She tries clambering down. I don't mind doing an athletics check on the way down because I think she might fall out the tree. She's so freaked out. So let's do athletics. Oh, that's a 3. So I think she's fallen out.
You fall anyway.
Yeah, she's on her bum. She's like, oh my god. She's brushing herself off.
Roll a d4.
A d4. Right, hopefully. Right, d4. That is 3 points of damage.
Yes, it is.
So she's all right though. She's still standing. Just.
You just land flat on your back, or the wind is knocked out.
Yeah. Is she prone or can she like get up?
No, I'll let her get up. Go on.
Okay. She'll get up, but she's got a bonus action dash. She's getting out there, like dash towards basically where everyone is. So about here, let's say. I think that's enough. 60 feet now, so I've been a bit conservative, but yeah, up here.
Okay. You
She'll
can
run.
just go directly to the east.
Can I just go straight? Yeah, so I haven't properly, so... Boop. Yeah, she's... Oh, yeah, sorry, east. Yeah, I could do that, actually. Yeah, that's a good shout. With the guys that have just left. So I'm not too random. Just hovering round. Just running around in circles. So, yeah, that's her. She's... no, I think that's it. She's sort of like half in, half out at the minute. She's kind of waiting for everyone to catch up. So she's on, like, the edge of just leaving.
Bakaris.
Bakaris puts his hand to his shoulder, which is bleeding, and he looks at it, and just for a second, he goes, "I told you to protect me!" And he grabs one of the guards and throws him at the attacking officer before he runs the other way.
Just for fun and giggles, just roll a d20.
Okay.
1 to 9.
I got 11.
Okay, well, 1 to 9 is a miss, and 1 to 10 is a miss, 11 to 20 is a hit. That's fine. You pick him up bodily. You got power in the hips, and boom, you just throw him, knocking this guy back into the wagon with one of the militia troops landing on top of him.
And I run that way.
That way.
There's so much going on. Not everyone would have seen that moment of, not bravery.
Well, no one was around you.
Not bravery.
No one saw it, so you're good.
Bravery.
Practice a moment of practicality.
Exactly. Yeah.
I did tell the guy to protect me.
Run away bravely.
I told one of the guys to protect me, and he didn't do his job. So.
So, Hawk followed by Yorg.
Right, Hawk has seen that everybody else is basically double timing it off the field of battle as fast as they can. But before he leaves, he cannot resist attempting to cut down one more of these scum. So he's going to launch an attack at the one that's next to him there.
Okay.
And now he's got 2 short swords as well.
Yep.
So he lunges with the first one. Have we still got advantage on these guys with the fairy fire?
Yes, it still lasts.
Yeah. Yep. That's lucky. So the first one is a 12 plus 6, which is 18 to hit.
That hits, yep.
And it's now a short sword, so it's 1d6 plus 4.
Yep.
That's for 8 damage.
Okay.
And then he lunges forward with the second one. So he's stabbed the guy in the shoulder with the first one, basically, and now he's going to lunge for the guy's sternum with his second one. Oh, and it's damn it! It's 1 off critical, 19 on the dice. Damn it! And it is 11. 11? No, sorry, 9 damage.
He's down. Well done.
And and as he's got one sword up there and one sword in his gut, he just brings them both together in a slicing motion, doing a diagonal cut across the guy, and everything just falls out of him as he falls to the floor. And then for my movement phase, I am going to leg it as far as I can towards Shilling and the guys over there.
Just to be clear, you don't have to go in the same direction. You can still retreat and go, where are we? West.
Yeah, that's okay. I think I'll go the same way they want to go, because I don't necessarily want to leave the field of battle yet, because Yorg is still on the field of battle.
Fair enough.
Okay, so can you double moves when you've taken an action?
No, because you'd be using your action to move, unless you're
okay. So
get dash as a bonus action.
Okay, 5, 10. So it's something like there, I think, roughly.
Okay.
That's 30-ish.
Yeah.
And then as I'm running away, I shout back to Yorg, "Yorg, double time it now!"
Hearing
you
that,
have a flashback.
Hearing that, I point my sword at both the guys that are left in front of me, and I say, I'll be remembering your faces, and you'll certainly be seeing mine again. And I will just double time as instructed across the field, heading for Bakaris.
Okay.
So I can do 60.
And these guys are going to get tactical opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will. Yeah.
So fast.
Okay,
It's like
that's a
super
9.
speed.
And is that a 6 or a 9? Oh, that's a 6. Have I been rolling 9s and I thought there was a 6? I'm not sure.
Anyway, they don't.
I just realised this. Oh, it's that one. Okay. No, symbol was at the top, so that's a 6. Right. Okay, that's fine.
You got me
Need
questioning
new
now.
dice.
The symbol's at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, the
The
little
line
dots
at the bottom is denoting the 6 or the 9.
Yeah, mine's at the top because mine are I'm using my aluminium dice and they got symbols at the top.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. You see that all the mercenary guys, they're wrapped up in their other battles. They're either fighting more militia or fighting amongst themselves. People dressed like in the same armor, or are fighting civilians. Grom, Fizzwiz, and Shilling. Can you make perception checks, please?
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to use this die.
Oh, 12 again. Oh.
Can I do the thing that you did where I pretend that the symbol's at the top of the 6 and make it 9?
It's still a 9. It doesn't help. But
However, my silvery barbs is still in play. I get advantage on any skill check at saving throw or attack roll, so I'm going to take the advantage on
go
that.
for it.
Oh, well
It was
remembered.
worse. It was worse.
Oh dear.
Got
Don't
Oh,
worry
no.
about
I hate when
Ian,
that
you've got
happens.
inspiration.
I'll
I've
be
got
saving that.
inspiration.
For
Yes.
when I'm
No,
really
no,
close.
Fizz
Yeah.
says.
Oh, okay.
No, I'll be saving that for when I'm
I
really
rolled
close.
You rolled a
I
what?
rolled a
Ron?
1.
A 1. Okay.
Plus
No
4
one
is
sees-
5.
It's a 9 for me.
Okay. Right. We'll just speed it up there then. So you all manages to get off of the battlefield as the mercenaries seem to be taking it over. You retreat back to the village. It's a hard-won fight. You fight every step of the way, beating back whatever this mercenary army appeared to be, and whatever these reinforcements appear to be. What you do see, following along, at one point, is, let's put this up on the screen.
Oh.
There we go. What you do see in the back is a woman who's holding one of the banners, and you can see how she looks: full plate mail, white hair, a kind of a weird jokerish look on her face. But you can see that there appears to be from her eye smoke.
That eye's on fire.
Yeah.
She's got a hot eye.
Ow, my eye! I'm not supposed to get fire in it!
She needs a little bottle of spray water that she can...
So we will move on to the village at that point. Well done, everyone. You have managed to survive. You get to Vogler village. You manage to shut the big doors, and there you look around and see that there are not that many people left. The few who remain, you've only got maybe a couple of hundred at most. A lot of people died. Most of the militia have not made it back at all. Immediately you start to see Becklin and Mayor Mayor Raven kind of huddle up and start talking about what was going on. Cudgel isn't there. Cudgel, remember, is the mercenary leader. She hasn't returned with them.
Oh.
What do you all wish to do?
Becklin.
Everyone around you is looking beaten and bloody. A lot of the civilians are all in shock.
Well, I suggest we help out as much as we can, but I think
Yeah.
we should probably grab all of our remaining equipment first just in case there is another attack.
Yeah.
It's a good thought.
So not caught unprepared again.
So
In
I'm
terms
going to
of-
leg it off to the Rusty Crab and get Yalmi to give me my stuff quickly.
Can you get everybody else's?
Is it all there? Yeah, it is all there.
Yeah,
isn't it?
everything's there.
Yes, I shall be back with stuff. You be helping people out.
Could you
Bye.
imagine him like running back and he's just carrying all this stuff?
It's okay. I've got big arms.
Hope he finds a little tray along the way, wheelbarrow, just puts it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's nick it out of someone's garden.
Yeah, just like, I'll take this for now.
Okay, so you go
Bring it back.
into you get to the brass crab.
Mm-hmm.
This is for Hawk, and it's empty. All the decorations are still up, but Yalmi is not there.
Yalmi, Yalmi. I yell out Yalmi's name and in desperation. Where are you?
You don't get anything back. No answer.
Okay, I've got a task in hand here. I've got to get stuff. So I run up to our rooms. Is our stuff there?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Right. I grab up all of our stuff in like a big bed sheet type thing, so I can actually drag it back because I'm sure it's a lot of kit sort of thing. And then I bundle that up, throw it over my shoulder as best I can, and then I'll run back down, worrying in the back of my head that my sister's not there. And I'll run back to the others.
Okay. So they're still around hanging around the river gate. So if you we just quickly look at the map, just to remind ourselves of what the town looks like, the village. Sorry.
We're quite close to Thornwall Keep, aren't we?
You are. Thornwall Keep is a bit of a ruin. It's not as much of a keep left as you might expect, but people are you got people laying down on this kind of bank of dirt who are hurt and injured. People are kind of getting as much first aid as they can. People are starting to filter down, just wandering around in almost blank shock.
As I run back, I'm going to keep an eye out for other people because I assume not everybody was at.
Not everyone's gone.
No.
You bump into Baccaris Jr., who seems to be kind of
literally
just hanging around, the streets as he does. Teenagers on street corners with a few of his mates.
I told him not to do that. No.
As I run past him, I quickly shout out, "Your father's injured. You might want to come and check on him." And then I keep running.
He's like, well, wait up! You've got to show me where. And him and his mate start following you.
We get back.
Sorry, Steve, you were saying?
Is Becklin here?
Becklin's here. She's talking with Mayor Raven. Mayor Raven is just complete shock, completely beside herself. She's got her head in her hands, and she's like, "What do we do? What do we do?" And if you go out to Becklin, Becklin's just trying to first off just try and reassure her. Becklin's looking around to the rest of the people who are there. You can see straight away the military aspect has kicked in. She's the one who organised the retreat, and straight away she's seeing able-bodied people. Who she's looking at numbers. She's not looking at the people who are wounded or the people who are too young. She's looking at who are the able-bodied people.
I'll walk over and I'll say, "Where's Cudgel? It was her people that attacked us. Is she part of this, or did she fall in battle?"
No, I don't believe she's part of this. She was fighting side by side with me. Her own mercenaries attacked her, and she fought back. She killed a number of them. She saved Mayor Raven. I don't think she was involved. I think, if anything, she was more surprised as we were, and just as shocked. She's gone off to her camp, which is outside of the village. If any of her mercenaries who are allied to us are still there, she will hopefully bring them to our aid.
And what is the plan? Are we defending the town or retreating?
I think we need to look at all options. Do you have something in mind?
Send the wounded out on the boats across the river. It'll act as a natural barrier, apart from those flying things we saw, but the bulk of the army won't be able to reach them. Whoever is still standing makes defence here. We have the natural terrain and the keep to an extent. We've got bows and arrows, so I suggest we put some able-bodied people out there to pick off what they can. We split the rest up to hide in buildings, set ambushes where we can, just slow them down so the injured can get away.
That is good thinking for a squire. Have you done this thing before?
No, but I've listened to enough of Ispen's stories to
apply
to real world situations.
We did go on many adventures, but yes, I believe your plans have merit. I will put them forward. It is the mayor's final decision to make.
Captain, if I may,
yes, Fizz.
That was a lot of people, and you mentioned it being an invasion or an army. Vogler's kind of small, isn't it? And if high hills to the north, and I'm going to presume, Ian asking that they came from the north, the flying beasts. Where's the next biggest place? It's Calaman across the river, isn't it? Surely they're not going to just be here to attack Vogler.
I don't imagine Vogler would be of any benefit to them at all, apart from it has ties to the sea. It is a natural port. If they take Vogler, then I agree. It means the next step will be Calaman. Calaman will be harder to defeat. We
harder
won't be
if we
able to
warn
keep
them
out longer. Yes. I believe so.
That's what we should do then.
We should take the boats, destroy the docks, slow them down.
Get all the civilians out.
While that's happening, you hear the footsteps of Bakaris, who was not with you as you were there, and he goes, "What is this meeting that you're doing here? Why wasn't I invited?"
It was an impromptu session, Lord Bakaris. Forgive me.
And you choose not to ask me? My son had to come and tell me.
I couldn't immediately see you, Lord. My initial concern was actually for some armor. I've taken quite a few hits, and my armor was destroyed, as you know, in the last battle.
He shows you his arm, and he goes, "I was fighting 12 of them."
How many?
With that, and he does not answer. he looks to. So what's the plan? He looks over as they were discussing.
Well, I had a mere inkling of an idea, Lord. Why don't you share your vast tactical superiority with us?
Well, I think we need to get out of here as soon as possible. I think we take all of the supplies and move them with us as we leave the town. But part of the town is probably already too dangerous to try to save. So we just go.
At this point, Shilling hobbles over and is like, he may have a good point. Did you see the sigils those dragons are carrying? It was the Dragon Queen.
At least one of our bunch has a brain.
But she's very wounded. She's like, I can't be dealing with this right now.
the Dragon Queen. The creatures that we fought before.
Yeah, they were carrying the flags of her.
They talked about a Dragon Queen.
The note.
Wow.
They served the Dragon Queen.
Yeah.
They did mention the Dragon Queen.
Is she?
Yeah.
So this proves they are not just bandits.
No.
This is an army.
This is bigger than we thought.
They carry her mark.
Then we need to get out of here. We need to get whatever we can, whatever's left, and leave. Everything else we can just leave this town to rot. And he says it very dismissively.
And then right at that point, I'll walk over to a small crowd of people that are, I guess, kind of frantic after the battle, and calm down. And I'll lean down just to the ground and just sort of start kind of scratching little symbols in the dirt, almost as a prayer, and I'll pray to a deity by the name of Mishakal for health and healing and protection. I'm not casting anything. And you'll just see me kind of doing this.
So you see that while you've been talking, Kajal has returned, and she's brought someone. She introduces him as Jayev. And Jayev was at the camp as one of the friendly mercenaries. Jayev Veldruz is his name. Padded armor, long curved sword, shaved head, ginger beard, and a smoking pipe. He's quite battle hardened.
Well, we were just discussing our plans to leave the village and to let everything burn and go away.
Kajal was there. Kajal was there. She explains that What do you mean? What do you mean to leave? We can't leave. We have to stand and fight. Look at what these people have done.
These things were carrying some banner of a dragon queen. and what she said. And we were slaughtered already. This militia in this town can't hold up against an attack. Our best chance for survival is to get to Calaman and to raise the armies, and then he just gets really sort of thinking about the conquest and the journeys that would come from a story like that, and he goes, yes, that is what we must do.
Maybe a compromise. We suggest we use the river as a natural barrier. We take the boats, we move the injured, those less able to fight, and somebody heads to Calaman and warns the larger force there of this army that seems to be on the march. Those that can fight stay, and we slow them down. Laying waste to whatever ground we lose. Don't leave any useful equipment behind. Destroy the docks as a last measure. But we slow them down and buy the others time.
I look at the mayor and I go, let my son lead the evacuation there.
Of course he does.
Have I made it back yet, Dave?
Yep, you're back. You've got all the gear.
I turn up. I say, right, here's all your crap. What was he talking about letting his son do anything except wipe his nose? Anyway, he's here. I told him you're injured. I think he's concerned, which is nice. Shows he's human. Good sign.
But completely surprising.
I may or may have not have liberated somebody's armor from their room back at the crab. So have a look in there.
I'll hunt round in the bag. Is there any armor in there? Because mine
yes.
isn't.
So basically, you've got access to whatever is in this village.
Right.
So there is a blacksmithy. There are various shops. So for everyone, if you want to replace armor, find your weapons, you've got all your normal gear. But if there's anything else you want, which is non-magical, of course, you can stock up.
Bag of
You can take this time. The mayor looks over to you, Shilling, and she says, will you go? Can you go to the? Can you go to the village circle?
Mm-hmm.
There is a bell.
Yep.
Ring the bell, because anyone left in the village will know what the bell means. It's to come as a meeting point. And I will make my decision there.
Okay.
I'll announce it to the village.
Shilling sort of.
I'll come with you.
Thank you. She's in a bad way, so she hobbles off with Fizwiz clutching her side. She says, "Come on, let's go." And off they go to ring the bell.
While that's happening, you hear some commotion at the gate. And it appears that someone has arrived. You get someone comes running over to Becklin and the mayor. And they say, you overhear them saying that there's someone here. They're on horseback. They're saying they want to talk to the leader. And you can see Mayor, as exhausted as she is, she just slowly turns round to the gate with Becklin by her side, and they just start walking towards the gate.
Mayor, do you want some company?
She doesn't answer. She just keeps walking towards the gate.
I'm gonna go see who's turned up at the gate. I think. Anyone else want to come?
Yeah, I will accompany you, Flynn.
Every moment we waste is a moment this town burns and more people die. I don't want to be one of those people.
I suggest you take charge of the evacuation.
I'm trying to, and instead we're meeting with messengers. And he just humps off into the corner.
Takes his football and goes home. At the gate, beneath there are various kind of carvings of leaping fish etched into Vogler's open wooden gate at this point, and you see what appears to be a human. They are dressed in black and red scale mail, and they sit astride what appears to be an armored warhorse. And she holds out a rolled parchment, and she's calling out, "Who among you speaks for this village?"
Does the mayor reply, or
The mayor starts to walk forward. Yeah.
right? Okay, I'll walk forward with the mayor, like behind, like as if I'm a bodyguard or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I'll walk behind the mayor.
I'm going to hang with Becklin.
The messenger isn't disturbed by that. She's fine. So you, Hawk, and the mayor, you make it to the. It's only sort of 10 foot outside the gate. They've come right up to the gate. She hands a parchment, the scroll, to the mayor. The mayor unfurls it. And as she reads it, you see her shoulders droop and sag even more. She's just, and something else has just been added to the weight on her shoulders, and she just can't take it. You also notice there's a symbol the dragon rider is wearing on their armor, which looks like that.
Ooh.
Okay, which
So that's the same shape as the one that's on. Oh, that's nice. That's the same shape as the one that was on the banner, isn't it?
Yes. The one on the banner was just completely black.
Yeah.
But this one, you can see there are multiple colours.
Pretty.
Kind of like dragons, almost.
One for each colour. I'll tap the mayor on the shoulder and say, "What's the note say, mayor?"
And she doesn't even look at you. She just turns back to the gate and starts walking towards. And as she walks past you, she just poof, slams it into your chest. And I'll show you the.
Take it away and have a look at it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
So if you want to read that out.
It says, "People of Vogler, by the orders of Belatheon, the voice of Takesis, you will quarter the soldiers of the invincible Red Dragon army this night. Refuse and die. This is the Dragon Queen's will. So I look at the note. I'll turn it upside down. Then I'll turn it the other way. I'll say, sounds a bit like an empty threat to me. And then I'll go over. Where's York again? He's near me, isn't he? He's nearish.
He's back at the gate. Him and Becklin are stayed at the gate. And with that, the messenger just turns the horse around slowly and just walks back up the road.
And I'll turn around, walk back towards York, and hand him the note and say, "Yeah, this shit just got real."
I'll glance at it and then hand it to Becklin.
Okay.
So, what are we gonna do? I assume as soon as we let these people in, our opportunity to leave is gone.
I suggest we. There are two things, and this is Becklin talking. I have given my recommendation to Mayor Raven. It will be her final decision on which we choose. Do we stay and fight? Or do we release as many people as we can? I think your idea of using the boats is sound. If we can do that, that may well be an option. If we can just get to Callahan in time. Or even to warn them. That will be something. And she continues to follow Mayor Raven a slow walk down towards a village circle. She's come. The ones who can't move, who are too wounded, we'll help them later. But we need to. The others will bring them along. They get in wagons or wheelbarrows, stretchers. They're doing what they can. But we should go and see what decision no mayor has made.
Okay. I'll head off. Grab Flynn. We'll head off to the village circle. I assume the bell is ringing.
The bell has rung. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So by the time you arrive,
grab some armor on the way.
I'm armored up now.
Yeah.
Just while as soon as Shillings rung the bell, is it in a tower or is it in like a?
No, it's a bell hanging on a tree.
Yeah.
Okay. While we've got that moment, he's just going to turn to you and just be like, "You okay? You? I don't know. Something seems off."
Yeah, I'm really hurt, and she lifts up a bit of her thing, and it's all just black and bruised. She goes, "Yeah, I'm kind of beaten up."
I more meant emotionally than physically, but
yeah,
we'll get someone to look at that.
Yeah, she's pretty just drained and just after seeing sort of the dragons fly past and stuff and what potentially that meant, she's kind of very shaken up, and obviously the funeral and everything on top, she's very she doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, he's just kind of there, and he would just be like, yeah, I'm scared too, but
yeah,
if we can help people, then we will. But that was a dragon, 3 of them.
I know. It was pretty close to me. It was scary, to say the least. I fell out the tree. It scared me that much. Obviously, she's not laughing.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing about it. Yeah.
I hope we can help you.
You start to the pair of you start to see more and more people turning up. They take their various seats, garden chairs, and that kind of thing, and plenty of standing room. And the stage is still set up. Remember, this was the day It's still the same day of the Kingfisher Festival. Just hours ago, everyone was celebrating. And now the mood is pretty dire with everyone who's there. So the mayor steps up. As I mentioned, there are colourful Kingfisher Festival decorations, blah, blah, blah. There's a very kind of an extremely somber mood now. You can see in various groups, you lot are not standing together. So Fizz and Shilling, you two are standing near the tree. Mayor's on the stage just in front of you with Becklin by her side, as well as Cudgel. Jayev is off in the crowd. And everyone else is kind of spread out. As the people are collected in the village centre, Hawk, you hear your name being called out. And when you kind of turn around, you recognise the voice. It's your sister.
Help me! Where you been?
And you can see that she's kind of limping. She's been given a walking stick just to kind of lean on and hover around. She's got she's bandaged up, but she's quite nasty wound on her side.
What happened?
The flush had been cut. She basically explains that she was attacked as part of the thing. Someone there managed to get in the way, break the weapons that were coming after them, and she managed to get out in the first line of panic.
I give her big hugs and sit her down and try and give her some their treatment sort of thing.
So everyone's sitting around in worried tones. Mayor Raven takes the stage. She doesn't mince words. She straight away says, as you know, a dangerous army is headed directly for Vogler. The Ironclad Regiment, led by Cudgel, will do what they can to defend Vogler, but we must be ready to flee. And as soon as she says that, there's stunned silence by everyone. And then suddenly, it just takes a few seconds, but feels like minutes. There's a huge wave of questions, of shouting, of anger, and fear just coming out of everyone. Does anybody wish to do anything?
Flynn uncharacteristically stands up and he says, "Calm down, everybody, calm down. We have a plan. We have a plan. Just calm yourselves. Nothing is going to happen immediately to us. We will be fine for now, but we do have a plan. Just listen to the mayor, listen to York, listen to the people in charge. We're going to be fine."
Mayor Raven sort of kind of looks up to you and sort of a weak smile and a nod over to you in your direction. And as she kind of breaks down the plan, it is two things. So rather than plan A, plan B, she's done a hybrid of both. Cudgel and the Iron Smile mercenaries, what's left of them, will go just north outside of Vogler and will face the army when they arrive. Becklin will also join them. Darrett, along with Bakaris Jr., will organise the retreat on boat as discussed. So while they're going to evacuate the village, they will also, the mercenaries will give us as much time as they can. So we should use this time as quickly and efficiently as possible. It will be dark soon. And again, she takes questions. She's trying to lay fears away. People can take what they can carry, as long as it's not too heavy for the boats.
Yeah, Fizz will step forward in the crowd in the silence for a moment. She'll be like, "What can we do? I know that We need to get people out of here, but if you need their help, and he kind of looks to Yorg, do you want us here for the end?
We need somebody to convince Calaman that this threat is real. I don't think they're going to listen to Darrett or Vicaris Jr. So Lord Vicaris certainly has to leave with the refugees.
You see Becklin is standing nearby, and she steps up, and you can see that she's obviously angry with everything that's been going on, the loss of life and everything, and she finally kind of uncharacteristically snaps. And she says, Vicaris, this has gone on too long.
What?
You know you're not a lord. Stop calling yourself a lord. You have no lordship over this at all.
I'll have you know my family.
Great grandfather had a lordship does not mean it passes to you. It does not pass down the generations. It is not yours. You are just Vicaris. You just have money. So stop with all of this. But I agree. Vicaris Jr. knows the village. He can help others escape. With Darrett. Darrett I trust. My squire. My charge. But stop, Vicaris. You are not a lord. You are not a leader. You are not even a knight. So stop. With that, Yorg, she turns around to you and says, I need to have a private word with you and your friends.
If Vicaris looks over at me, he sees that I have a white knuckle grip on the hilt of my sword, and he's actually halfway out of the scabbard. And it's only Becklin talking to me that sort of snaps me out of that rage that's spread across my face.
If you do that, he grabs the regalia of his family's name, which is way more lordly than you have anything to your name.
Yeah,
and that's the only thing he does in that moment.
When she speaks to me and says she needs the private word, I sort of snap out of it momentarily and sheath the sword again and walk away without saying another word.
Okay.
That was intense, York.
Yeah. In the moment of all of this kind of happening, to kind of play this out, the bell ringing, the crowd yelling, I'll kind of be snapped out of my prayer. I'll look up, I'll see my things. As I look up, does it appear that anyone that is around me is calmer or healed in any way?
For those of you, yes. If you wanted to do it kind of secretly, mysteriously, then
I didn't cast anything. I didn't cast anything. I was just literally in prayer, but I was trying to connect. But has anything happened, or is it literally the same, or even more chaos when I come out of this prayer?
There's no chaos at all. If anything, you feel more calm. Are people healed or healthy? No, they are still the same. But you've centered yourself.
Okay. So as I kind of look up, I myself more calm, more collected.
Yes.
But as I look across, I start to lock eyes, still seeing tears running down various people's faces.
Yes.
Panic, fear, people looking for one another. And in this moment, I have a feeling of doubt. And I just kind of look down and
Well, maybe not. Maybe not today then.
And I'll just slowly get up and I'll walk over and I'll start to pick up my things.
Okay. So you're...
Like,
Go on, Hawk.
oh, sorry. I was just going to say, I'm going to point to Shilling and say, Shilling, you need help. You're bleeding out.
Shilling's on death's door.
Does anybody have any healing on them or anything? I mean,
she's very stoic, but she's like, oh.
There are various people who know medicine and bandaging. They can come over and they sit you down and start trying to bandage you up. That's perfectly fine. There's no healing potions as such. There's no healing magic that people know of, and Grom hasn't necessarily shown that yet.
No.
Yeah, and she's not near me, correct?
Correct.
No, I'm by the... Are we still by the tree where the bell was?
You're by the tree.
Away from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of slumped, propping myself up on Fizzwiz and just holding onto the tree for a bit, just to steady
People
myself.
just start bringing the typical kind of bandages, alcohol on the wound, pad it up, wrap up as tight as they can. So you go over with Becklin. Sorry, go on in, Fizz.
I was going to say, just an RP thing in that moment. It's like, as they're tending to you and Fizzwiz has no clue what that is, he's just trying to like support you in any way, and he's just like, you'll be fine. Everything's going to be okay. And he's just like, emotionally trying to support you.
Yeah.
I bet.
Through gritted teeth.
Looks cool.
Emotional support gnome.
Yeah.
Put a little high-vis vest on him and a leash.
Awesome. He's allowed on flights with you. Don't worry about it.
And he's storable. Fits in the overheads. Lovely.
Okay, yeah.
So
I head off with Becklin.
Yeah, she just takes you over to one of the corners of the village circle. One of the corners of the village circle. And you can see her mood has changed. She's more relaxed than you've seen. And she says, "Your guy, I have a request of you. If you would indulge me."
Yes.
At my home in Thornwall Keep, under my bed, you will find a wooden crate. You'll recognize it because it will have a kingfisher branded onto the top of the box. I want you to fetch that box, and when Darrett is safe in Calaman, I want you to give that box to him.
I'll look at her a little bit quizzically and say, well, I assumed they would be staying here with you and the militia to fight.
And I assumed that you would assume the same thing, but you are a squire. And I am a commanding officer.
Yes,
so you will follow my orders. But let it be known, this is not the time. We must do what we can. We will have to do what we must. But this is not that time.
So I am to be Darrett's protector.
For now, get him to Calaman and give him that box. Esulas uth mythas.
Solaris off Mithras. And I'll head off to the tower to find the box.
Okay. Now with that, for the next hour or so, you witness Darrett and Bakaris Jr. start to organize the boats. This is a fishing town as well, so various boats. You start to get people in, get them organized. The people who are reluctant to leave, you encourage them they need to go. While any militia left standing, any of the Iron Smile mercenaries start to gather up near Rivergate. And there, you all arrive as the Iron Smile mercenaries open the gates and they ride off to their vantage point. Becklin is still behind, along with Cudgel. And she comes over to all of you and shakes you by the arm. A proper knight's handshake salute. And one by one she thanks you for what you're about to do. I will give you as much time as I can spare. Please use it wisely. You may not get a second chance. And with that, she puts her helmet, the horned helm. She clumps over her head. She climbs up onto her horse. And then she looks back again to all of you and she says, Isbin was right to call you friends. I'm glad I had the chance to do the same. And with that, she just turns back to the road and continues riding the horse up High Hill. The gate closes behind her.
Well, that's not good. We need to get moving as soon as we can.
Well, I guess we have a new mission.
Mm-hmm.
As Flynn says, let's get on with it. Dara, we need to get you safely to Calaman. It's been I've been charged as your protector for the time being.
You see Dara, he nods, he says thank you. And you see that you can see the tears on his face. He's just marked. He's left tear marks on the dirt that was on his face. And he tries to stand tall and straight. But you can see that the loss of Becklin, he wants to be with her. But like you, he's going to follow his orders.
All you can do is buy time now. Let's take the boats as we were ordered by the mayor, but I think we need to destroy the docks on the way out. Do we have any fire or?
There is a blacksmith in the town I know through my sister, and he's been working on some sort of black powder that when you set it on fire, it goes boom.
Ah, the fireworks.
Well, it's more than the fireworks, let me tell you. First time he showed me when I was younger, burnt my eyebrows clean off, and it wasn't in a nice way. Yeah, so I could go get some of that if you want. We could basically lay that around the docks, and then as we go on the boats, we just have to throw down a flame on it, and it will just.
We don't have time for that, Flynn.
Well,
Flynn, have you got any rum on you?
We need to
I'm only speaking from experience here, Grom, but docks tend to be quite wet, so you need something more than just normal fire.
We need to honor Becklin. Come, quickly. Don't worry about the fire. Come.
And I'll just start moving, trying to get people there quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll follow Grom. He's being unusually Forceful.
I always trust a forceful man.
Fizz waits.
But much to my dismay.
waits.
I'm at the back of the group, just seething, very red face still.
Shilling's just hobbling along, trying to keep up. She's like, oh God,
Yeah.
why are they moving so fast?
So Fizz would have waited until everybody started moving off, and if Lord Baccharis is at the back, he like looks at the group as they're kind of moving forward, and there's this weird ambivalent happiness and sadness at the same time, that this is very sad and very tragic, but also just happy that they're okay. And he kind of turns to Lord Baccharis, and he's like, it doesn't matter about a title. You're alive and your son's alive. We should honor that. Come on, we've got a job to do. And his hat, and in the face, he grabs his quarterstaff and he starts jogging after the group.
As he does, Lord Baccharis goes, he's right. My son is still alive. But a name, that name is everything. And he follows after the group as the camera sort of moves back towards everyone else.
Okay, so you spend the next couple of hours or so trying to organize the evacuation by boat. You wrangle as many boats as you can. So eventually, one of you receives a messenger. Who is likely to receive the messenger? Well, the mayor's there. He's no lord anymore.
No. I'll step forward and receive the messenger.
Well, I say you all hear out. There's a messenger who starts running down. So you can get to the docks through or behind the brass crab.
Yeah.
Down to the wharf. There's quite a big space down there. And the message is that we're hearing someone. We're hearing someone at the gates. It's gone quiet.
We need to speed up. We need to get out of here now.
Gonna say we need to double time, I think, people.
How many more injured are there to move?
There's still quite a few. Remember, there was a lot of people being tended to on the banks of the river gate. So you had that bit of a clearing. So they're right at the gate, at the top of the village. So if you look at your map, you can see them up there. And there's that bank just right at the gate.
I've got an idea. Jorg. How about we start setting fire to houses down the main roads to slow anybody that's coming down those, to give us extra time.
Yeah, we need to move anyone that's at the north of the town immediately, and yes, we need to set fire. As much as it pains me to agree with Baccharis, but we need to set fire to this place.
And he looks at you and just smirks.
Do we need to hold anybody off if they're at the gate already? Do we need to buy the boats time?
Get up the town and see what's behind the gate. I think that's the first thing we can do. But anybody that can move people, let's move them. Let's set a fire and do as Flynn says. Start burning the houses as we retreat. The smoke should give us some cover.
Okay, so
and I'm
two
just heading
things
toward the
happen.
docks, yelling at people like,
"Ooh,
to the boats! To the boats!
To the boats!"
So two things are going to happen here. Let's.
Did I see which house was Baccharis's when we came in?
There is a big one. I pointed out.
The man house.
It's
You
West
want to be
Side.
before that one gets
It's
set
West
on fire,
Side
isn't it?
House.
That's the first one that's going up in flames.
Yeah.
The box that you get from under Becklin's bed.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's actually the Beetle and Grimm's box itself.
Oh wow!
Oh,
So you can see that is absolutely beautiful.
So they want you to get him the adventure of this story. It's really meta.
And then, when whoever's going up, so West Side House, that's where Baccharis lives. That's Baccharis's house.
Yeah.
But when you get to about here...
I was going to say there, Dave, we only really need to set those ones around that junction point on fire, because that would kind of stop people from coming down any of the roads towards us, wouldn't it? They'd have to go around the longer way.
Yep. You can buy some more time. So, what you start to see, the sun has set. It is now dark. Along this cliff here, because this was a natural wall, but also means that anyone coming along here can see into the village.
Yeah.
There's no barrier apart from the distance down to the ground. You start to see one figure. Then somewhere down the line, another figure. Then another figure, then another figure, then another figure, then another figure. More and more of these hooded, larger than humanoid silhouettes are standing up on that cliff face. And then one by one they jump off and whoosh, wings appear as they all glide down into the village. And we'll find out what happens in the next episode.
They're good guys, don't worry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all completely fine.
It's all gonna be good.
Damn, every one of these episodes just gets better and better. Like
this time we're getting into it. Like injured, nothing left in the tank.
Well, at least you've got some armor.
I've got armor.
Yeah, last time we didn't even have weapons.
That's true. That's true.
Y'all, my
You've got
HP,
our own stuff this time.
My HP this game was 9. Now it's back up to 16. Much different.
Now, also, by the way, well done for that. You're all level 3 now.
Woo!
Do you want to quickly go round and roll your hit points?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
We'll start with Steve on the screen. So Steve, if you're ready, go for it.
Yeah. I'll take that. That was an 8.
Oh, well done.
No.
What does that put you on?
That will
when you're on full health. What would that put you
I'm
on?
on full health, so that's maths 11. I'll have 35 maximum hit points.
Oh, well done. Okay, Randy.
All right, that's a 9 plus 2, so 12.
Well done. Okay.
Wait, no, 11. I keep math.
Josh.
Okay. Ooh, nice. That's a crit.
Oh.
So that'd be, let's see, 3, 4. Oh, that'd be 12 more hit points.
Nice.
Well done. Ian?
Let's go. Oh, that's a 2 on the dice, plus my constitution of 2, that's a 4. Up to 18.
Okay, not so good, but that's good. Lauren?
I got 7 in total. I rolled a 4 and plus 3, and I have 19. So 7 plus 19, that takes me up to 26. Yeah, I think that's 26. My brain's gone dead. 7 plus 19, whatever that is.
remember you're still wounded, so that
yes, of course.
counts against you. Jeff?
Oh, 8 on the dice as well, Steve.
Well done.
Plus 2, so that's 10 extra. That takes me to 31.
Well done. Cool. Well done. We survived another session.
I'm on 12 hit points. Do we get to add the ones we've just rolled? We do, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, normally.
You add it on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So that was good? Like it? Everyone seems to be a bit reeling.
Yeah.
It was good.
Bit of a hard one.
Very good.
That was a really good session.
That's a bit of a hard one. It's going to get worse. It's going to get harder.
That's... okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked the emotion to
that was a good fight. That was a good fight.
yeah,
It was a good
the
fight.
emotion that came in for the end of it, like with Darrett as well. Because like I could see him, and I was like, "Well, there's nothing I can do about him." And then when Jorg went over and was like, "You need to go," I was like, "At least somebody did."
Yeah.
Oh, it automatically adds it onto in D&D Beyond. If you up your hit points, it automatically puts your actual hit points up. Yeah, accordingly.
Yes. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that was a good fight. I thought it was going to be a lot rougher than that.
It's just a warm-up.
But it was for shilling.
Yep, it's very rough.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's got like an arm hanging off, I think.
You kind of know now what's coming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely.
And we've got an interesting, I don't know, an interesting start of this next session, really.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
at some
Yes,
point,
well-
I feel like Jorg is gonna try to kill me. It's fine.
Don't worry, I'll look after you, Bakaris.
Yeah.
I sussed you out from the start.
Yeah, there's a number of interesting things, I think, to start off the next session.
There's a lot of stuff to still pick up on as well. But
Yep.
we'll get to that next session. Until then, thank you all for watching. Remember if you see this on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. If you're watching this on Twitch, remember to subscribe to that as well. Use your free Amazon account or whatever. But, everyone, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Bye, everybody.